and that it matches that that face that I saw.
Welcome to the MJ7 podcast, where we dive into the world of remote viewing. With refined techniques from past agency, military, and institute programs, our team uses extrasensory perception to go beyond the five senses. Join us to explore fascinating data, our favorite projects, expand our consciousness, and inspire you to tap into your own sensory potential.
Welcome to the inaugural MJ7 podcast. Tonight we delve into one of our top interests, remote viewing the 1947 Roswell crash. We'll examine a triple-blind project, which was eventually revealed by the MJ7 team. Get ready for some fun and check out the project details here.
All right, we have all seven here tonight. Let's get started. Stacy, you are up first. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started remote viewing.
Okay, well, hello everyone. I got started about 7 months ago. I had a couple out-of-body experiences I couldn't explain, and in searching through podcasts and even some books, I discovered remote viewing and was interested in it. I was in a transcendental meditation group already, and through that, we formed MJ7.
All right, Stacy, I got your drawing up here. Tell us a little bit about what you found.
Okay, well, the very first thing I saw was the hexagon shape, just very basic when I first dropped in. But then if you look over to the right, it started radiating, like it was in the sky, radiating. And then I tried to get a closer look, but then it changed to 8-sided, but I could notice it was very geometric, like a repeating pattern. So then I tried to look at it from a different angle, and that's where I got the side view. Still couldn't tell exactly how many sides it was, but I could see that it was just a very geometric patterned object. That's all I got from that. And then the little drawing to the left is actually a tent staked in the ground. That's the extent of my artistic abilities right there. And then there's a house, but the house, I knew it was small. Like it just felt small, indescript, nothing special about it. And that turned out to be an important piece of the story. And then if you look over to the left, that weird shape that says radiates out, I saw like an opening, like a rectangular opening with just light or energy coming out of it. And then on the bottom, these weird candy cane-like objects. You still don't know exactly what those are. I mean, they could be beings, walking out of their craft. Then I saw a fence, which we know is still there on the site. The whole area is fenced off. You can't get in. And then I saw this curious like doorway or entryway. And I can use my imagination and say it's a portal, but it could really be anything. It could be an entryway into the craft. It could be something the military set up to remove pieces. So that is page 1. And then the second page occurred after the break and up in the right-hand corner. So this makes a lot of sense now. At the time, I've never really seen such a skinny, clear, long building before. I wrote glass, but I didn't necessarily think it was glass. It was just basically see-through building, skinny, long. There was a table in the middle with people sitting around it having a meeting. So could be, the military set up shop there and had temporary tents. Not sure. But that's what I'm thinking that could be. Then there's a pile of rocks that I found, and we know that debris was scattered intentionally over that site. At least that's a theory. These are all theories. We don't know for sure. And I saw a cluster of trees, kind of an aerial view. And then I saw the object again, but this time it was 5-sided, and again had the repeating patterns and just very geometric. one of the target, one of the clues said, look for debris. And so I actually found two pieces that I consider to be debris. One is the hinge, and that, you know, just a flap. And then the other is yep, that thing right there. And then the other is like a cylinder type shape. One of the reports said there, you know, something like that was found with maybe, oh gosh, what was it? Hieroglyphics or something, inscriptions on it. And then the other two things, one, I saw just an aerial view of the space with mountains. And now here's how, you know, remote viewing, you get symbols or you get feelings or special interpretations. So I wrote that it was a stadium full of people, but after knowing the target, really, it's an area of interest to many people. So there's a lot of people who go there and study it and are interested in what happened. So I believe that's what that means. And then this one's kind of fun. It looks like there's 16 little objects coming out of an opening. And one of the reports said there were 16 beings or visitors. So I thought that was kind of fun. And that's about the highlights of what I've seen, what I saw.
All right, thank you so very much, Stacy. That was awesome. Matthew, you are up next, brother.
Okay, yeah, my name is Matthew. I got into remote viewing well, I was pretty much really infatuated with mythology at a young age, and that led to a lot of different esoteric studies, and that led to meditation. And I joined a transcendental meditation group, and that led to MJ7. And here we are.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. All right. So with this remote view that we did with this project, the Roswell crash, what kind of data did you collect?
In this particular viewing, I felt that I got not so many direct hits as I have in the past and other ones we've done, but a few interesting experiences that could indicate strange phenomena surrounding you know, this particular target that we viewed. The first thing that I would note is that there was this particular point in the session where I experienced these columns of white light going upwards all around my body. And then there was this intersecting axis of light that went down my spine and then crossed at the third eye. This was, I feel, probably symbolic of something that may have been occurring there. I don't know if it was something someone else experienced or some sort of experiment, you know, we don't know. But I just have a feeling that that particular thing might be related in some way. After that, there was this distinct violet, or I felt the sense of a crystal, like amethyst or lapidolite radiance, this violet luminescence. But again, I felt somehow the sense that it was connected to a crystalline energy. So yeah, I noted that as well. Again, these are things that may not be direct, you know, objects, but may indicate things that were going on there. One target that I did hit, which is interesting because several of us got this, is this. I got you can see there at the bottom of the first page, is a pathway leading to like a little house. And I believe 3 of us got that. And after discussing it, we think that it may be the house where things were hidden in the early stage of this. So that's another thing. On the second page there, you can see there where I got those particular tools, like a funnel shape and this long-handled pipe wrench. You know, those could be used in whatever kind of experiments might have been going on there. I had this sense of a widespread kind of unnatural vapor that I felt was not from the earth. It wasn't like a naturally occurring vapor. It was something else. So yeah, I noted that as well. And finally, I kind of there was like this real distinct halt. I felt something trying to basically hold me back from seeing something. So from that point on, I was no longer really able to connect. And you know, as we know, there definitely could be some things out there that may not want us to know too much about this. So yeah, that's where it kind of ended for me.
Wow, thank you so much, Matthew. Amazing. Thank you, brother. All right, let's see here. I believe we have Kat. Is it Kat that's next?
Hello. So just a little bit about me, how I got into remote viewing was my father really, he was a military officer in signals defense intelligence. And we were all over the world. He was listening to Russian subs and doing all kinds of cool stuff. And I actually suspect he may have been remote viewing. He had tons of books on the subject and that sort of thing. So it's been quite a long journey for me to sort of get here. And I'm, you know, so thrilled that we're here doing this. It's been a dream of mine. And I too, of course, joined the Transcendental Meditation Group. And that's how I arrived here as well.
All right, Kat, that is fantastic. Thank you so much. What kind of data did you collect this time around?
So the first thing I saw was what I interpreted as a factory, but you know, now having insight into what the target is, I feel like it could be the base that everybody thinks is there. It was very industrial, and so that would definitely fit. I got a dove flying. If you look at a dove flying from above, it really actually looks like a craft. I have a picture to show. So that was kind of interesting. And I too got the house. I think almost all of us got this little house. This is definitely the shed that was on the ranch and where they suspect he was hiding some of the things that he found. I tend to see what's underground. So if there's something underground, I tend to get it. And I did see an underground tunnel or cave, which, you know, is pretty well known and established to be in that area, in their base probably. And I saw flashing lights in that tunnel. I saw a man with a spectacle and a hat. So that would be like, I interpret that to be like an inspector or a investigation that's been going on. I saw woods and trees and logs, and you can all see that on the ranch even till this day of where Mr. Brazel, I believe his name was living. I saw a beach, so that could be the desert. Bermuda Barracuda, I don't know. We actually lived in Bermuda though, where my dad was listening to Russian subs, though, interestingly. So I too saw candy canes like Stacy's little candy cane figures. So who knows? I had a feeling of hope. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4. It kind of was in my head like the Sesame Street song, oddly, and the number 32. So that was the first page. And then I had the feeling of sitting on the beach with my feet in the sand. So again, the sand is the desert, I guess. There was a campfire. There could have been a campfire the night. Actually, I doubt that there was because it was stormy. I did get the weather down below, but I got a campfire, a sphinx-like structure, so we often get Egyptian things for some reason in our views, and there were hieroglyphs found on some of the things apparently, so I'm not sure what that's about. There could be a link there. I saw a well, and I got the sense that there was a secret in that well, so I wonder if there's a well on the property that might have something in it still, or there's something underground that's a secret. I mean, we know that for sure anyway. I saw an eye looking back at me, and I often see that, but this was prominent enough for me to note it and to write it down. So there was definitely something, I would say, viewing me even. I got a dog barking upset. So I think that if something was going on, the dogs certainly would have picked up on that frequency and energy and been upset by it. I think that's definitely plausible. I got the Hermit from the Tarot, which is kind of an interesting tie-in potentially. I got the stormy weather. There was a storm that night. So, and I had red and gold oriental fabric and a geisha face. I have no idea how that could tie in. It could be something, it could be nothing. I could have gone off somewhere else for a minute. And I got bamboo, and the only thing that I could really find that ties in with bamboo is a company that makes, they're called bamboo socks, and they have alien faces on them, specific to aliens. So that was kind of funny, but I don't know if that's a tie-in or not. But yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Kat. That was awesome. And that was really cool to learn something about your dad, too. That's always fun. And up next, we have Chris.
Hi, my name is Chris, and I found my way here after a series of paranormal experiences that led me to wanting to earn my PhD in metaphysical parapsychology, which of course led me to learning more about meditation and then onward to remote viewing.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that, Chris. And congratulations on the PhD. What kind of data did you collect on this project?
I think the most significant thing was the spherical disc with the light band around the center. In the meditation space, it was not real clear that it was like a UFO or UAP, I guess. It just seemed like a hamburger shape with lights around the center. It wasn't until later that I realized it was more UAP than not. The symbols that we're seeing below that were carved in stone. The square was the first one to appear, and then the square with the circles attached to it were what kept resonating in my mind's eye. Oddly enough, I think we all kept seeing the same little dog, and this was a white dog with tan spots. I don't know what the significance of that is, but he seemed to appear in a few of our experiences there this session. Maybe one of our viewers have got insights on that. Another thing that I see from time to time are these little white and electric blue, what I'll call pearls. And they seem like they're really far away, and they look like they have some kind of fractal shape to them or a fractal energy. And in that space, I kind of thought of them as aspects of my consciousness. That's just what I felt, in my heart about what those could be. But again, if one of our viewers could give us some insight, if they see the same thing, what do they think they are? I had a couple of messages that I received in that space as well. One of them being a great technology is coming in the form of a sphere. Of course, knowing now what the target was, I would say that was an orb or a reference to an orb. There was another message that I received that was kind of about this orb and what was inside of it. And I think I made a correction in my notes, and I said that bioplasma would be created and housed in a spherical container that can be controlled. And this bioplasma that's inside this orb is consciousness, or it can be affected by thought separate from itself. Let's see. Yellow light flickering like a safety light. I didn't really get any very good images off that. Other than this, it kind of reminded me of something you'd see in like a industrial hallway, you know, to be safe in or watch out where you're going. That's really about it.
Thank you very much, Chris. That was awesome. Susan, we have you up next.
Hi, my name is Susan, and I'm honoured to be a part of MJ7. I also met through the Transcendental Meditation group, and I've been meditating since I left school, so that's many years, shall we say. So I'm so happy to be a part of what's going on with MJ7.
Right. Thank you very much, Susan. What kind of data did you collect this time around?
I'm excited to say the first thing I saw was a building with another little building in front, and come to find that is in the area. So that was exciting. And then the second thing I saw, which other people had as well, was the little tiny shed-like house with a long road or pathway to it. And that, as we said previously, is where some of the debris was supposedly hidden. So that was exciting. Then I did see a disc-like object, which I didn't know what it was at first, but in retrospect, I think it was some kind of a spacecraft. Then we often see that square shape, and I think it often means a roof. So that means a building. And then I saw a camel, which does obviously the camels live in the desert. I got the feeling it was a camel and not a dog. So I think I will stick with my camel. Then I did get a table here with lots of different like test tubes and things for doing like experiments on, which could indicate some of the things that go on there in that particular area. The next thing I had was a shell-looking object on the right-hand side. I don't know if that means like a vortex. It's like a Fibonacci type of a shape. There's some things don't always connect, but I saw a rose, whatever that means. And then I saw a signpost, and there are many signposts there on the site warning, you know, do not enter and such messages. And the next one there, I believe, is some kind of a satellite type of object. Maybe there's, I'm sure there's lots of different satellite type things in that area. Then I got like a witch with a pointed hat. Could mean there's something magical going on. Then I got various numbers. I don't know how these tie in. 86, 72, 46, 10, 10, 8, and 16. So those are my numbers. I did see a person, I thought it was a man with curly hair. So I haven't been able to connect that, but maybe there was somebody there that looked similar with this curly hair. The shooting star, I think, is kind of cool because obviously the craft did fall down from the sky, and maybe that indicates that something from the heavens coming down to the earth. I also saw this industrial type, like these like chimneys, so that might tie in as well. A nice hot cup of tea, or coffee. So that is another thing. We often see, as you'll see if you watch our other get-togethers, you will see we often get these shapes. So maybe you can help us decide what these actually mean. We have our own theories, but we'll talk about that another time. I had a sinking feeling in my stomach. I did see this worm thing, whether it's a wormhole or whether it's a piece of debris or something else. I'm really not quite sure. Maybe somebody else has some input on that one. Then this one here, which is my second from last, it was like a tunnel or a roadway going up to like a door or an opening. Could be an opening of a building or a door of some description. But it looks like, but it did like those round kind of drawings on the side there. They were like trees. So it's like a road or a pathway with trees on the side leading to a door. And last but not least, we often get this too. You'll come to find this out when you continue watching us. We think this probably could be maybe roofs or houses. So that is the end of my viewing.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Susan. That was awesome. Let's go ahead and go to Gianni, our 6th viewing member and our closer for tonight.
I am Gianni. So, yeah, actually, I was interested in the paranormal and ESP since like mid school, and kept being attracted and going on that path. I stumbled upon remote viewing by chance. Actually, I was starting like most of us, transcendental meditation with breaks, and then from here it appeared that we could drop in pretty easy, and we can start seeing things. So why not trying remote viewing, which it really completed nicely my ESP interest. So very happy for this group and what we're doing here. And now about the viewing that I had. So I did have a house as well, of course. Looks like everybody got the house. But I saw it like a more elaborated window, just the wall, just that part I could see. Then it was like a tall wall. Then that's all I got, just that part in a flash. Then I saw like a flattened pop drink, like those pop drinks that they run by a car and they're completely flattened and very thin. Just that this one actually was very thick, like probably inch and a half. Looking dark metal, like the debris, like a metal debris. And underneath there, it showed up, was like a rotating tree decoration that was turning from right to the left. Like those trees, they put lights, nice lights for decoration. There's tiny LED lights on branches. Not sure what to make of that, but that's what it came up. Then on the next, there was like a large ceramic bowl with a colorful Mexican design on the inside that showed up. And next was just that part I saw from a creature that looked like probably it was a dog, but it's all I could see, like, and like a strange goatee hanging down from the middle in the front. I could not see the face. That's all I got on that viewing. Then I had number 7 flashed exactly like that. Then I had a ceramic dark green sphere with that design, spiral design. And it was a sphere that was, it had that feeling of ceramic, that kind of material. The next was a face that flashed. And it's like a horror face, but it's not horror. It's meant to be shown for us like a horror face, like the it was whitish and bald, like the mutant tracker Caliban from the movie Logan, the last of the Wolverine trilogy. Just if you can share the screen, I don't think I can do it from my end here. I have a picture of Caliban. Just the face was rounder. Caliban face is longer, and then I have another picture that I'm not sure if that can be shared, about a drawing that someone has done long ago about this event, and that it matches that that face that I saw. It had so whitish, bald, and the skin was the same like a Caliban from the movie. It was a skin that would have burned in the sunlight. And on the second page, I had it was a pack like those chicken breast pack with a plastic foil, and on the left side were fresh blood droplets. So it was like light red, like you have blood right off a wound. And I didn't know what to make out of that, but later on I sat with it, and it came to me that it good chances would have been the ET who died was sent to a lab and took samples out of flesh and be studied. I believe Susan got a lab with some tubes and so on. So that was the feeling. So that was it that I had on this viewing. It was very interesting indeed.
All right. Thank you very much, Gianni.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think the most exciting thing is when we get, like Kat said, we get the same thing. Because when you're doing it, you think, I don't know what on earth this is, and then when somebody else gets it, you just get really excited and think, oh, well, I am, not that you want to be right, but this must be true because we all got the same thing.
It's funny because when we're doing it, I think we may all feel the same way. We feel like I wasn't dropped in, I'm going crazy, this is all gibberish. And then what you're saying is so true, like we feel validated when other people start to see that the same thing. You can feel our excitement start to build, and it's very cool.
So it's that's something to think about. What all this imagery that we keep seeing over and over again, what it may signify, and what role does it play in what we're viewing.
Well, I forgot to mention, of course, that I liked the main thing. I was able to see the face of an alien there. See you next time, guys.
All right.
MJ7 uses a triple-blind method for integrity. A team member picks a coded project from a database unknown to all. The tasker, blind to the project, instructs MJ7 to describe or draw based on the code, testing MJ7's psychic abilities in their purest and honest form. Thank you for joining us. Did you spot something in our remote viewing sketches that we missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Remember, keep questioning, keep learning, and we'll see you next time.